All right, I'm not going to tell you that it's easy to become a profitable trader. I'm not going to say that you can do it overnight and there's some light switch or light bulb moment that's going to happen. In fact, it's going to take quite a lot of work. But what I will share with you is there's a couple of different techniques that can work, and I've seen them work over the years that I've done options coaching and one-on-one mentoring over the years. That has worked for some people. And I want to share this one technique with you. It's not anything revolutionary, but it may give you some insight and thought process to how to improve it on yourself, especially if you're more of a reflective person and able to see yourself objectively. So if you're brand new here, I'm Sasha, the options coach. I've been teaching people to trade options over the last decade, and I've got a ton of classes and courses and trade material, and you can check some of those things out. One of the things that we did recently is this thing called micro trading, or really just doing tiny trades. And when we do tiny trades, it's a concept that works for a lot of people. Yes, there's other concepts and trading techniques that can get people to profitability, but micro trading is one of those things. So I want to share with you a little bit of a concept behind this. Now, if you're interested in the class or workshop, just check out our website and you can see this one along with many other classes here that we've done recently. But in either case, when you look at micro trading or just doing tiny trades, a lot of people over the years, when I go in and do one-on-one coaching or mentoring, and I'm working with somebody every couple of days, what happens is in the past, they've done trades that were too big for their comfort level, too big for their mentality, too big for what they're capable of, because it's just like riding a bike. Like sometimes, hey, if you're an 8-year-old kid, you're not going to be riding a 26-inch bike, right? It doesn't fit because your legs are not long enough. So the same thing here is that if you do trades that are too big, you're not going to be able to handle them. So here in this case, if we do tiny, small trades, little bite-sized pieces, just chew off a little bit. Just aim for a $10 profit, aim for a $5 profit instead of a $1,000 profit. Every little bit will help create a little bit of a snowball effect, and that will help you emotionally. It'll help your confidence. It will grow you as a trader, and you'll be able to evolve some things. So in this video, I want to share with you a couple of different techniques of the benefits behind this, and how this really evolves a little bit later, because it's just like repetition. It's just like learning anything else of how do you grow and evolve these types of things. So one of the first bigger things here is that you look at repetition. Repetition will definitely beat perfection, because a lot of people are trying to find like the perfect trade, like the perfect trade opportunity. They're looking for bullseyes all the time. They're looking for all the time bullseyes, big wins, hot stocks, top 5 picks for 2025, top 10 picks for 2026, best dividend players. These are the stocks to follow. I mean, look at the most popular YouTube channels out there for finance. It's the ones that either talk about a lot of the fear, not strategy. It's the ones that talk about the hot stuff happening in the marketplace or economically or politically, not the things that help you on risk management, not the things that help you on strategy, managing positions, capital, portfolio. That's what happens. And that's why so many people are losing money in the markets. They're losing a boatload because of these things, because this is what a lot of people are attracted to. But if you're watching the concepts that are actually talking about, okay, well, how do I look at repetition? How do I go in and repeat the process over and over again? It's just like lifting weights, doing a push-up, brushing your teeth. How do you keep your teeth healthy? You brush your teeth on a day-to-day basis. So the same thing here. If we do repetition instead of perfection, at least we're getting something done. Not every trade is going to be a 10 bagger. It's not going to be a mega win. If we're looking for singles, just little bite-sized pieces and just chewing off a little bit, it's going to eventually grow, and it's going to keep creating a little bit of a snowball effect. It's going to continue to evolve. So if I throw those darts and I just keep throwing at it, you know, eventually I'll hit a couple bullseyes here and there, but most of the time, yeah, I might pick up a few little points on the dartboard, but that's all we're really looking for. We're looking for consistency and just to keep getting things on the dartboard. We don't need bullseyes every single time. And that's what a lot of people are shooting for. They're looking for bullseyes. That's why they're changing their trade strategies all the time. They're like, hey, well, you know what? I'm going to go in and do calendars and spreads now. Now I'm going to go to iron condors. Now I'm going to go do this. You know, rather than looking for little wins all the time. Now, you could do little wins in calendars. You could do little wins in iron condors. But for example, they might take an iron condor and they try to get 100% of the win rather than just taking $100 trade or max profit of 100, try to take $20 off of that, another $20 and so on, and building and growing that account systematically, little bite-sized pieces all the time. So think about repetition. This is a big one. Next thing I'll talk about is real world trading. Feedback is a lot more powerful than doing things on the simulation account. So I will say I do run people through simulation when I do coaching. I think it's a good way to test out things at the beginning for a couple weeks or a couple months, especially for people who are brand new. And when I teach classes, I throw a bunch of trades out there, so I often use a simulation account. But when you're doing like things live, it's completely different ballgame. And in my personal account, I will throw in like just one single contract here and there to test out little things. I might not do it on a paper account. I might actually just do it on a live account, but I'll just throw in one little thing and just test it over a bite-sized pieces. I'm not going to trade a huge, I'm not going to trade a large, but the live trading, what it's going to do is it's going to keep other things in check, whether that's your emotions, your mindset, your focus. Just putting even just a couple dollars on the line will allow you to shift that mentality, and it's going to teach you a lot more about that trade rather than a simulation. Again, I do think simulation has its place. Like if you're doing something completely new and different, it's like, yeah, let me try this thing on the simulation. But if you've done the strategy before, but you're just doing like a modification, then in those cases, a live trading, it's going to really ramp things up for you in a lot of other ways that you may not even be able to see. It's like a soft educational learning that's not directly linear. Like it's not exactly a one-to-one cause and effect relationship. It's going to give you more insight as you progress and do it, benefits that you can't even see yet until later. All right, number 3 here, fast iteration cycles allow you to improve very quickly. So when you go in and you start doing some minor or micro trading and tiny little trades, it allows you to trade, reflect, adjust, repeat, trade, reflect, adjust, repeat. It allows you to repeat this process, making tweaks on those trades. Now you might do 3 or 5 trades, maybe 10 trades before you start adjusting things, but it gives you a batch of trades right away, right off the top, and then it allows you to improve those iterations. So if you're able to do little bite-sized pieces rather than one big trade, well, if you did a big trade, you didn't have enough iterations, you didn't have enough cycles to view that data and check out that data. By doing a lot of little trades and small, tiny trades, micro trades, it allows you to, check those things out, seeing kind of over the course of this time frame, what is it the next stage or version 2 that I can do? And by the way, if you want to get my kind of version tracker thing, workshop or worksheets, you can do so on our website. There's a trading strategy evolution worksheets. You can get it for free. There's a couple of other freebies on there as well. So check those out if you're interested. There's some great PDFs on how to iterate those trades, because you're going to go to version 1, then version 2, version 3, and then you continue to improve that cycle. So anyways, this is a really good thing to do. And when you do small, tiny little trades, you're able to do that faster, because on one big trade, you only have 1 point of data. But then, you do a couple more. Now you've got 3 points of data. By then, you might have already been able to do 20 or 30 trades when you did minor or micro trades or tiny trades, instead of just like, one iteration cycle. So something to really think about. Okay, next one I want to mention to you is emotional control must be earned. And this is something that when you go in with tiny trades and micro trades and really transform this habit rather than trying to trade too large, it allows you to work on your emotional discipline, allows you to work on yourself. It allows you to see different trades and many different trades. And when things are not going in a good manner, they're going south or they're having a problem or your trades are wrong, even if you're on the bearish side and sometimes things are going bullish, sometimes it's important to learn these things. And when you learn this in a classroom or a workshop, that's one thing. But when you experience this, you are actually going to earn that. And by doing tiny micro trades, you'll be able to earn the right to be able to have more patience, more discipline, more calm set of mind and discipline throughout your trading. It's going to benefit you in many aspects, not only in trading, but also in personal life. And this is something that you've got to earn. It's not just going to be a give me. Hey, can't just go in and say, hey, give me $50 worth of discipline. It's not the way the world works. So really got to earn that one. Now, the last little bit I want to share with you is that tiny trades stack and grow with time. And it's not something people really think about too much, because we want one big payoff. I mean, hence why the lottery is so popular. Why are so many people attracted to the lottery? It's because, hey, they want one big payoff. Why are people attracted to these big wins or, going big, go big or go home? Like there's all these phrases that go in there. they're not attracted to small little micro things. And it's because they don't see the longer term view or picture. And if you can look at, hey, how do I do these things in a small little micro bite-sized pieces? They stack. Like, if you go $5, $5 a day, that starts to stack and it starts to add up. So, and micro for everybody's going to be a little different. Tiny trades are going to be a little different. But the point is that they're stacking with time. Every little bit starts to add up and add up. And that's the thing you want to think about, is that with time, it's going to grow and evolve. It's not about doing those one big trades. It's not about doing major trades. It's about stacking those things in bite-sized pieces with time and evolving them further. So anyways, these are a few points I want to make to you as far as trading small, doing things at a micro level. It's something that we covered here recently on micro trading and just doing tiny little trades a little bit at a time. So focus in on this. If you're interested in the class and workshop, just check out our website. There's tons of material that we've got and a lot of great freebies as well that you can check out on our website. And if you're interested in this class, just check out optionsblackbelt.com. But other than that, do some great things, with those little trades, because every little bit helps. Repeat those things, work on the live trades, reflect and make some iterations, build your discipline, your mindset, your habits, your patience, and over time, those things will grow. So thank you so much for joining me. Truly appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.